Hello everyone, welcome to Ani Recap. Today I will tell you the story of an anime called Big Order. I will help you save time by recapping it. Grab your snack, water, and girlfriend if you had one. Enjoy. This anime was placed 10 years after the world destruction. This incident is caused by what they called an order, and now there is around 2,000 order around the world. And we are introduced by the main character. He is Hoshimya Eiji. He says that the order who has the order to destroy the world 10 years ago is him. When he goes home he meets Daisy. She is the person who gives Eiji and everyone else the power, or what they call an order. Order is caused by people's wishes. Eiji has the order to destroy the world because he once liked a character called Bad Ranger and follow him to wish to be able to control the world. But Daisy told that Eiji is not the one who wishes for the world's destruction. Eiji asks Daisy, "Then what is my wish?" But Daisy didn't answer and disappears. Eiji tries to remember this but he can't remember it properly. Then, we were introduced by his little sister. Her name is Hoshimya Eiji. She has a unique disease, and because of that disease, Eiji said that she will die 6 months from now. Eiji and Senna talk with each other, and in that conversation, we can conclude that Senna didn't know that Eiji is an order and their parent is already dead because of the world destruction incident. Also, Eiji kept secret about Senna's disease. Tomorrow, Eiji comes to school. In school, there is a new transfer student, and Eiji seems to like her. When Eiji comes home, that girl follows him and asks Eiji to help her in her apartment. Then, that girl uses a stun gun and brings Eiji to her apartment. Turns out her name is Kurenai Rin, and she is an assassin that ordered to kill Eiji. But when that girl wants to kill Eiji with her sword, Eiji accidentally uses his power and make that sword stabs back to her. Eiji got panic and run away. Then he wants to calm himself by meeting his sister. But, unexpectedly Rin came back alive and hostage his sister. Rin commands 3 soldiers to stop Eiji while she stabs Senna with her sword. Then Eiji got angry and suddenly conscious in the basement. Daisy appears in front of Eiji. Turns out Eiji once again releases his power accidentally and beat the 3 soldiers. Eiji asks why Rin didn't die. And Daisy answer that Rin is also an order. She has the power of regeneration. And because Eiji can't control the full potential of his power, Daisy limits his power to become 0.01% from the original. With that, now Eiji can control his power and meet Rin once again to save Senna. Eiji has the power to control anything in his domain, so he explores the basement to extend his domain, and now all the building is in his domain. Then, Eiji controls Rin to heal Senna and use his power to make everyone becomes below his command. Eiji controls Rin so she can't leave his domain and can't kill him. Rin is so obsessed to kill Eiji because his parents die when the world destruction incident happened. After controlling Rin, appears someone behind Senna, and immediately captures Eiji. But Eiji gets saved by Rin because she is in Eiji's domain, so she must save Eiji and can't fight back. Finally, they arrive at the main room where Senna is hostage, but, before entering, Rin tells Eiji about that guy's power. That guy's name is Frank. He has power that can stop time but only for 3 objects. Rin throws 3 grenades hoping Frank will freeze them, but instead of freezing them, Fran throw back the grenade at Eiji. Now Eiji must catch the grenade before it blows, but the moment before the grenade explodes appears a guy and use his power to force to stop every aggressive action. And then appears 9, another order that turns out it is a test for Eiji. These are their name and their title. They stop time for Senna to stop her disease and search for someone who has the power to cure all diseases. They want Eiji to become their king and they already declared war on the world. But turns out, this is just a trap for Eiji. They just want to make Eiji become their doll, and Senna becomes their hostage. And take advantage of Eiji's power to win the war against the world. Eiji doesn't have a choice beside agree with this and control them so they don't betray Eiji. The 10 hands already declare to the world that Eiji is their king. Their first target is Yamaguchi Prefecture, the biggest enemy. There is an order who has the power to spawn a heavy rock. They plan to send Eiji to the front line. Eiji tries to reject this because he is their king, and why were they sending their king to the front line? But they all ignore Eiji. Now the minister wants to talk with Eiji and got broadcasted live in front of the public. Before the debate, Io gives Eiji a gun and tells him everything will be alright. Then they start the debate. The minister confirms that the 10 hands are below Eiji's commands. When Eiji confirms it, the minister shows that they already captured 10 hands members' family members and want to find out who is controlling them. Because if they fight back, so the 10 hands are controlling Eiji and making Eiji their shield. But if they just shut up, all of the hostages will die. When the minister already kills 2 people and comes for the third, Eiji says that killing any hostage won't change his purpose and starts shooting 10 hands member. With that, the minister stops killing the hostage, and now the minister believes that Eiji is controlling them. This is just Eiji's plan. He stops the bullet before hitting 10 hands member with his power. Moving to the war, Eiji sneaks into the war from the underground while the soldier fights the heavy rock. The squad that protects Eiji seems didn't like Eiji and doesn't want to protect him. When the ceiling is about to collapse, they immediately retreat and leave Eiji behind. But suddenly Io appears and helps Eiji comes out of that tunnel. Io has the power to predict the future, so with that, they can go through the tunnel quickly. Io said that she will be pregnant and lose her power when someone touches his ribbon, but Eiji doesn't believe it and seemed like wants to touch it. When they talk, Rin brings the heavy stone to them. Eiji can control it, because they need to find the owner of the heavy rock to control him. When they want to escape, Eiji accidentally touches Io's ribbon and that makes her pregnant immediately. So Eiji carries Io and runs away from there. When Rin wants to follow them, she found a little girl in that place and immediately saves her. And Rin meets a woman that claims herself as the owner of the heavy rock. The heavy rock order tells Rin that a nuclear is coming to this place, and invites Rin to accompany her because she tells that the only way to save them from the nuclear is to kill Eiji. Back to Eiji. He brought Io to the nearest hospital and thinks a plan. He tried to contact the main base but it doesn't work because there is no signal, and then Eiji saw an antenna and immediately come there. Back to Rin. The heavy rock order says there is no way to stop the missile. She says this just to bait Rin to find out Eiji's place and send the nuclear exactly to Eiji. At first, Rin agrees with it, but on the way there, Rin changes her mind and fought back her. Eiji succeeds to repair the tower and contacting Rin and telling her to kill the heavy rock orderer, but because Eiji repairs the tower, the enemy now knows Eiji's place and launches the nuclear. The heavy rock orderer makes Rin's body becomes a rock and goes to Eiji's places. A Yahito comes to Rin places. He looks like in the enemy side. Back to Eiji. He tries his hardest to defend himself from the heavy rock attack, but he loses focus and gets stabbed behind by the nurses because the heavy rock order tells the people there that Eiji is the one who caused the world destruction. But when Eiji goes down, that woman loses his vigilance and enters Eiji's domain. With that, now Eiji can control the heavy rock and tries to hold the nuclear. Eiji controls the gravitation, the heavy rock, and everything he can to defend the nuclear. He succeeds to stop the nuclear. Then 2 members of 10 hands come and get rid of the nuclear. But the second nuclear is launched, and the heavy rock almost broke. But, with the help of a Yahito, Rin travels there and repairs the heavy rock. Luckily, they manage to stop the second nuclear. Turns out this all is Hiragi's plan, and a Yahito is a double agent for both the enemy and them. And their true target of this war is to secure a little girl that was saved by Rin. She has the order to neutralize nuclear so the enemy can't use nuclear against them anymore. Tomorrow, when Eiji takes a bath, Senna is woken up by Hiragi. Eiji immediately comes to the place. Hiragi tells Sena's disease to her, and Hiragi tells them that he already found someone with an order to cure all diseases. But Hiragi's main reason is not to do that. Instead, he runs a test on Senna and found out that Senna is an order. Hiragi seems like worrying about Sena's power because he is Eiji's sister. Tomorrow Hiragi is again hostage Senna and told Eiji to travel around the town to expand his domain. When Eiji travels to the town with Rin, Io has a sight. She immediately worries and asks if someone has power the same as Eiji in his domain who will win. The 10 hands member said who will win is the latest use of the power. Back Eiji and Rin, they split up because Rin wants to buy some food. But when Rin buys that food, she meets someone that has the power to control anyone. So he breaks Eiji's power and takes Rin from him. That guy is Hattori Hanzo. He already took control of Rin and make Rin attack Eiji. Hanzo gives Rin a headset so Eiji's command doesn't get to her. When Eiji is about to lose, the 10 hands member comes to help him. Io tells Eiji that the 10 hands are at first made to defeat this enemy. Eiji tries to attack Hanzo, but it doesn't impact because Hanzo is also under command of the real order. Even with the help of Io and Benkei, they still lose. And Eiji almost got captured by the enemy, but luckily Hiragi come and use his power to save all of them. His power is to make a lie become real. Then Daisy appears and tells Eiji that what they fought against is Eiji's biological dad. Eiji shocks because he is sure that his father is dead 10 years ago. Daisy tells that Rin and Hattori is heading to Izumo. Move to another scene. Now Eiji and Io heading to Izumo to find someone that has the power to cure all diseases. Io uses her power to seek him. And they found her in a cave. She is Kuroko Amiko from Izumo. At first, Kuroko refuses Eiji's invitation, but then she tells that she might agree when they win a game with her. The game is Kuroko passing a ball, and all Eiji needs to do is catch that ball. They try hard and combine their power, and finally Eiji and Io succeed to catch that ball. But someone appears to kill Kuroko. He has the power to control water. With Eiji and Io's power, they manage to beat him. When that guy is dying, he calls Daisy and makes him open a live massage to Rin and Hanzo. One of them has the power to slash his sword through a dimension and cut through Eiji, Io and Kuroko. We move to the main base, and Hiragi gets information that Kuroko got killed. Then he immediately goes to the place and saves Eiji and Io, but Kuroko can't be saved because Hiragi said that she died a long time so he can save her. Hiragi told Eiji to go back to the main base, but Eiji refused it. Hiragi seems like hiding something about the world destruction. Eiji asks this several times, but Hiragi always didn't answer it. Because Eiji is mad and threatens that he won't follow their plan anymore. Finally, Hiragi tells Eiji about what happened. Hiragi once is a scientist and he is a partner of Eiji's father Genai. They have a project of a technology that turns human wishes to become energy. At first they use this to make an artificial hand for disabled people. But one time Genai turned this research and make Daisy. And with that Daisy start to travel around and grant people's wishes. So the world destruction incident happened. This was against Eiji's memory because he's so sure that his father is already dead and he's the one who caused the world destruction. When Eiji is calming himself, Rin contacts him using Daisy and told that the enemy will attack the base to take Hoshimya Senna. But this is a trap from the enemy. They plan a hearing voice in Rin's place and hear every Hiragi's plan. They always can deflect and predict all the attacks because of that, but Hiragi outsmarts this by sending a message through writing. But turns out this is just bait. The enemy already took Senna while they focused on the attacker. Move to Senna. She will be brought to Genai's place by Frank. Hanzo wants to give Senna to him, but Frank refuses and says that he will hand over her by himself. Back in the base, Eiji releases his power from the 10 hands and will go to search for Senna by himself, but Yahito still helps Eiji. Hanzo tries to take Senna forcibly, but Senna saves Frank and makes herself a hostage. Senna asks Frank to become her protector and wants to try to meet Genai. Frank explains to Senna what's happening. Senna is confused because Senna also has the same memory as Eiji and it is against what Frank told her. Moving to Hiragi, he says that Genai plan is to kill all the Miko and convert all the energy of people's wishes becomes energy to open some gate. Hiragi also says that Eiji and Senna maybe is the key to opening this gate. Back to Senna, they rest a bit in a hotel and Senna asks Rin about everything she knows about Genai. Then, by the time Senna meets Genai, Senna already calls many reporters to broadcast their talk. And their talks begin. Genai suddenly hugs Senna and whispers something to her. Senna wants to reveal that the one who causes the world's destruction is not Eiji. And tell that Genai is the one who causes the world destruction. Turns out it's all Genai's plan, he whispers to Senna and uses his power to control Senna. Genai starts to turn back the situation. And back again, making Eiji become the guilty one. Move to Eiji. He arrives at Senna and Genai's place. But when he got there, Jubei used his power to separate Eiji and Genai. Eiji tries his hardest to save Senna, but it doesn't enough and he is defeated by Genai. Eiji is saved by Hiragi and detained in some tunnel, while Hiragi launch an attack on Genai's main base. Hiragi doesn't want Eiji to fall into enemy hands, because Eiji is one of the keys to running Gennai's plan. So Hiragi tells Io to stop Eiji with anything she can. Although Jubei is the one who destroys the place, people claim that Eiji is the one who destroys it because the building was destroyed after Eiji enters it. Back to the 10 hands, they protect the Miko that is still alive and start to launch an attack on Gennai's main base. All people start to hate Eiji even more and make wishes for him to die and anything else, so the wishes become the energy and transfer to Gennai's places. Eiji convinces Io to set him free because he wants to save Senna. When Eiji told the story about his memory, Io said that Gennai is his father and show him a photo of his family. Eiji's head hurt and appears some being from Eiji's head. Daisy once again appears and says that she has already told Eiji's memory is the wrong memory. Move to Senna, she brought by Gennai to the gate. In front of the gate, Gennai starts to explain everything. He started this experiment because Eiji once asked him, can they cure Senna's disease with this experiment? After talking with Gennai, Senna starts to have a headache just like Eiji. She starts to remember something in the past. And that thing appears from Senna's head and turns things around. Turns out the first order in this world isn't Eiji but Senna. Back to 10 hands, they all out try to penetrate the defense. Then Eiji and Io appear and helps them penetrate the defenses. Then, Eiji arrives at Senna and Gennai's places. Gennai explains that his target is not second world destruction, instead, he wants to open this gate. After this gate opens, whoever enters it will have the world that they always wanted. Gennai tries to convince Eiji and invites him to use his power to open the gates. But Eiji refuses it and says that all of that is not the reality, it is all just an illusion. Senna is awake. Eiji tries to save her, but Senna stabs Eiji and says that his memory is back. She says that the one who causes the world's destruction is not Eiji. Senna is the one who caused the world destruction and says that she wants to follow Gennai's plan. To repay her fault. Move to 10 hands, unfortunately, all the Miko has been killed and now Gennai can continue his plan. Back to Eiji. After being stabbed by Senna, Senna starts to explain the past. After Senna talks and tells Eiji to remember it, that thing once again appears. But, Eiji starts remembering the past. Turns out the first order is not Eiji, it is Senna. Gennai runs this experiment and when Senna is asked about her wishes, Gennai expects that she wishes her disease to be cured. But, instead, asked to cure her disease, Senna asked to want to make a world where his family can be together forever by controlling it. And because Senna can't control it, she causes world destruction. And then it is Eiji's turn. He wishes to bear all of Senna's faults and make himself the one who caused the world's destruction instead of Senna. With that, he obtains an illegal digger, the thing that blocks their memory, and also Senna's power bind dominator. Now Senna doesn't want to be saved by Eiji anymore, and Gennai took control of bind dominator and runs his plan. Eiji fall down and luckily he met Rin who saved him. But Eiji doesn't want to save Senna anymore. Rin tries to convince him, and after talking finally Eiji once again agrees with Rin to save Senna. Move to Gennai, and the 10 hands arrive, but Gennai is protected by Jubei and Frank. Eiji appears and tries to attack them with help of 10 hands. And after a hard fight, finally they manage to beat them. But it's already late. The gate is open and appears a hand. Whoever gets touched by that hand will go to that illusion world where all wishes will come true. Eiji and the 10 hands member try to use their order but it all didn't work against it. Then, Eiji calls Daisy. He calls Daisy and asks her to release his power to its original form. With that Eiji start using it and asks to the world becomes the world where Senna can be happy. Luckily this time Eiji can control it and everything is back again to normal. After that incident, everything goes back to normal and now Eiji is not the one who causes the world destruction. Gennai is the one who did it, and now all order power is disappearing from this world. In the end scene, we showed that Eiji and Senna met after school, and looks like this time Senna is cured of her disease. Sadly that is the end of the story. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subs to this channel.